my small role during the struggle of the liberation of our country.
Ambassador Simon Juach Deng is not new to diplomatic service. Prior to his deployment to Uganda, he has served in the United Nations, Somalia, Iraq, and South Africa, among others. He has served as the head of mission to Uganda since October 2022, extending his representation to Rwanda and Burundi.
I was the country director of BRAC for South Sudan. Also seeing in northern Uganda there is Juach Canada. I was also the country director of Juach Canada, South Sudan, deputy country director of TFAN, country director of a medical organization called CCM.
It is a career that he started from scratch, having had his first service in the South Sudanese army. He was recruited as a child soldier into the transition army during the era of John Garang Dimabio.
So I was a Kadogo of South Sudan. When I left the military service, I left at the rank of captain.
This was just before he later embarked on his education career.
That time, especially in 2005, once we achieved the peace agreement, I was given an opportunity a year later in 2006 to go and pursue my further education.
His 3 years in Uganda have not been wasted. He has advocated for removal of students' pass that required all South Sudanese students to pay $100 annually to study in Uganda. This is because there are over 10,000 South Sudanese studying in Uganda.
What was happening, all the South Sudanese studying in a learning institution in Uganda were charged as international students. Through engagement with the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Interior, we were able to get that waiver.
Back in South Sudan, over 20,000 Ugandan traders are operating in Juba. This has been due to the close economic ties between the two countries. More is being done to ensure safety of traders regardless of the nationality.
South Sudan still doesn't have the manufacturing capacity now, so we're relying more on Uganda. And that's why we needed the road to be in good condition, infrastructure-wise, security-wise, so that the business is uninterrupted.
Ambassador Deng is optimistic that South Sudan will ensure safe and voluntary return of its citizens to facilitate a fair, fast, democratic electoral process.
And we're actually looking forward to the election. It's going to be the first of its kind. The last election we had was in 2010, and we were part of Sudan. So we really want to have our first election, and maybe we'll use that as a baseline to keep refining it as the practice become normal.
The cooperation between Uganda and South Sudan did not just start yesterday, and it is not ending tomorrow. Sada Mubale, Susan Naonga, UBC News.